Welcome to your daily astrology horoscope. This is the Peace Dealer, and today is 23 degrees Gemini. 5 numerology. I think bridging the 2, which is I feel, and the 3, which is I believe. Okay, one is moon influenced, the other is Jupiter influenced, and that equals 5. Okay, I think the intellect is a brilliant magical thing, and the beauty of the magic of Gemini, especially with Venus here, definitely allows you to be aligned into new facets of thinking to further the conversation and rhetoric and truth. Not really rhetoric, but really truth. Okay, fuck rhetoric. And also definitely stimulate neural pathways towards not thinking like a total idiot. This is definitely going to be an amazing day, because especially for those of you who've stood for truth, okay, expressing this Gemini energy in whatever form evokes harsh reactions, because the truth, when received by people who are surrounded by falsities, can almost seem like an attack to them when they've attached too much to false ideologies. It's a day like today that's going to remind you that you don't have to prove the truth to anybody. It's a day like today that's going to remind you that when you're aligned with logic, logos, the word, it speaks for itself. Truth doesn't need defense, okay? Many of you are being called to express the truth because there are many who see it in the right way because you stood up. This is why there's going to be suppressors that can't attack what you say. If you notice, anyone that has ever tried to attack the truth you say has yet to debunk what you have to say. They either bring up a red herring that has nothing to do with what you say, or ad hominem that attacks who you are but doesn't really attack what you say. A lot of these delusional arguments and mind states have been norm, but this is all getting ready to shift. And I just want to say once again, there's going to be a greater way to think about how you've evolved, given new ideas, newer, more advanced ways to think, and bridging in a newer understanding of your supernatural abilities that's going to have you think in a much sharper, clearer, and way more magical way.
Bitch, I be smoking every minute. Flex. Bitch, I be smoking every minute. Yeah, fight boss, you can tell I'm lit. That's right. Yeah, fight boss, you can tell I'm lit. Alright.
The moon is going to be coming out of Pisces and going into Aries. Aries is the 11th house of Gemini. So there's going to be a lot of cardinal action, whereas we're coming out the calm before the storm. People have mobilized in their respective units, and once we step into the afternoon, you're going to hear news of actions taken by relevant parties all around the world that's going to literally heat things up in preparation for this new moon in Cancer and this eclipse that will literally rock and change your whole world. So the reason why this is important is that most people have no integrity, and most people in route to feed their confirmation bias will overlook clear facts and truth in order to sustain the delusions they want to believe. So it's a day like today where the moon is coming out of Pisces and completing this Gemini third quarter square, that you're going to complete outside the box receptivity and understanding of a way to look at the truth that confirms a lot of what you've already known to be true, and also moves the narrative forward. So you're not stuck repeating the same facts over and over. This is what lends to developments, and this is what lends to new information that can change minds. However, that moon going into Aries, getting ready to hit Chiron, as well as square Mercury, is going to charge emotions. And people are already feeling delusional coming out of Pisces if they're not really founded in integrity and truth. And so they're going to be acting angrily off of that. A moon in Aries transit like this is only going to amplify the emotions that people are feeling. And a lot of people are still hurting. A lot of people are so blinded with passion, they're not really aware of how in this blinding of passion, their emotions are being manipulated. And it's a day like today with the 11th house of Gemini being teamwork that you see not who's on your side, but who fights and rides for the same cause. This is not about popularity contest. This is not about my side, this side. This now divides us further. This is about who's aligned with truth and who's not aligned with truth. It's literally that simple. So be very mindful of your conversations with people. They'll say one thing, but their actions will reveal their character. I'm gonna say that one more time. Mars is square the sun in Gemini. So what people are telling you versus what their actions are showing are completely different. And this is how you don't even have to really argue with people. You could just call out the actions that they're taking. It's a day like today that's really also going to point out inconsistencies and contradictions concerning this. But with that moon that's going to get ready to go into Aries, let me just be honest. Get ready to fight. Get ready to fight. Get ready to fight. Everything has literally just been a pressure cooker. That moon, we're still in the gauntlet. That moon's going to go into Aries. That moon's going to go over revolutionary Uranus and Taurus. That moon's then going to go over Gemini in the North Node. And then Cancer season, where we fight the first boss. And now, I'm not sugarcoating this anymore. You know the truth now. It's up for you to believe the truth, Pisces moon, Gemini sun, and then act off on that. It's not about whether you look crazy or not. This is a deep conviction. You can't use the excuse of mainstream outlets deluding you when you know how to discern what's true or not, okay? Must I remind you, the only true source you should trust, first and foremost, is the universe. The star talks to you through individuals, authentic individuals, okay? So be very mindful of that. Luciferian, Satanist, Freemason doctrine, and let me not say Freemason, but Luciferian and Satanism, and the doctrine that really, permeates a lot of culture is also going to expose itself more so unconsciously in the people who accept this in their lives. And there's something about Aries that really defines a character. So it's really a day like today that's going to let you know how serious things are, how chaotic things can be, and where you stand in this. Are you going to be someone who shied away from saying the truth because you're afraid of people canceling you? Are you afraid of people canceling you? Are you afraid of people canceling you even though they've never met you? Are you afraid of people who've never met you hopping on your status because they're so insecure they have to disagree with what you said because they're just so hurt because you're expressing your truth? Are you going to be afraid of people canceling you? You're going to be afraid of people saying mean things about you because they're just in their feelings because you told the truth? I hope you're not. I really hope you're not, because we don't need people who are afraid. We need people who are not afraid to tell the truth. These are the people who are going to get victory in Cancer when they attack us, but when we don't back down, because we real like that.
Bitch, I be smoking every minute. Yeah, bitch, I be smoking every minute. Fight boss, you can tell I'm lifted. Fight boss, you can tell I'm lifted. Oh yeah.
Today's daily word is as follows. I fight for what is true. I fight for what is true. You can alternatively say we fight for what is true. I fight for what is true. And I hope that when it's time to tell the truth, you don't say nothing because you're afraid of, being made fun of. That doesn't make you a warrior. That makes you a coward. And you are no coward. So until tomorrow.